Hey there everyone, thanks again for tuning into Sin's Workshop. I'm having a wonderful day. Alright, today we're going to be talking about Lies Like Poison by Chelsea Pitcher. I have to say, I liked it. I did. I will admit though, the beginning, even though it has an interesting premise, this is how it's labeled, and I'll read it to you. Riverdale meets Kara Thomas's The Cheerleaders in this electrifying thriller about estranged friends who reunite when one of their own is framed for the murder they planned but didn't commit. Now, they framed this murder when they were kids because Poppy, Lily, and Belladonna, they're trying to protect their best friend, Raven. His stepmother is unhinged, and you don't really understand how unhinged she is until the end of the novel. Their idea to save him is to put Poppy, Belladonna, and Lily in her tea, because she's always drinking tea, so that she'll, get poisoned. And she has a garden. She's got these flowers there, so it's not that far-fetched, like, oh, accidentally got in her drink. Who knows? Who cares? But I think it's great. And the book is also separated into parts. So, the truth according to Belladonna, the truth according to Poppy Jack, and then the truth according to Lily. So, you're hearing the perspective of these three characters. They are very estranged at this point. They haven't spoken to one another since Raven was sent off to boarding school. So, yeah, the stepmom figured out how to get rid of him. Poppy pretty much takes care of their own siblings, and one of the core things, Lily is also suffering from her own issues, like her own body issues. So she's just coming back home from a clinic. She's been at this clinic for a couple years to help her battle her anorexia. Belladonna and Poppy are the only ones that are like still around, but they're not exactly friends. I think it's great because these characters are all trying to overcome something. Belladonna is trying to overcome having an incredibly overprotective adopted father. He's not a bad person. He doesn't assault her. He's not mean to her. He loves her more than anything. It's just he had his own kid get kidnapped, disappear, and he's afraid of that happening again to Belladonna. For Poppy, again, she lives in her mother's crap, her mother's garbage, let's just say that. And she has to take care of her younger brothers. She used the wrong pronoun, sorry. They are trying to take care of their younger brothers. And then, Lily, everything that's wrong with her stems from her mother. Her mother, again, I guess this is overprotective. Although she's crazy how she does this. Like, she's insane. She had a boyfriend. He didn't do anything to her. He didn't do anything to Lily. He just tucked her in, and then he stayed in the room and fell asleep in the room. Her mother flipped out. I think any parent would flip out. They found their boyfriend in their kid's room. She's like, oh, no man is ever going to look at you again. I'm going to make sure of that. So she's a therapist. She's unhinged. She is unhinged. I don't want to spoil it, because she's just psychotic. And you're like, oh my God, she totally deserved to die. 100%. 100% she deserved to die. That is the truth of the matter. But again, the story isn't really about her. It's about these girls, and it's about the struggle to really find yourself and make your family, and also really focus on you, loving yourself and finding love and creating your family where you need to. And these four, rather, Poppy, Lily, Belladonna, and Raven, they find their home together. These four estranged friends, they come back together. The death of this woman, because they're all trying to bail Belladonna out. They're just like, okay, you didn't do it. She's like, yeah, I know I didn't do it. She's like, I'm aware of that, but someone clearly fought in our plan. I love Belladonna. She's so sassy. I'll say this, the characterization is on point. I did love how the author played with gender norms. They're not normal. They're not normal. They're not stereotypical. That's the word. They're not stereotypical gender norms. Poppy likes to go by Jack. Her name is Jacqueline, but she likes to be called Jack. She calls herself the Slayer of Giants because she has, her mom used to bring strange men home. Sometimes they like to beat up on the kids or torment them, so she literally did knock one down the stairs once using some vines from her backyard. So I thought that was a great image. But she is also I keep doing that, sorry. They are also transgender. They identify as he, him. But it takes them the course of the novel to really come to terms. And they come to terms with it when they are with Raven, who loves who they are, no matter who they are. Raven just loves them. And Raven asked Jack, like, I see you've been wearing my clothes while I've been gone. Is this who you are? Is this who you really are? And Jack says, yes, this is me. And he's like, okay. Doesn't change how I feel about you. Just wanted you to be comfortable with it. I love that moment in the storytelling. And I love the LGBTQ representation between the pair of them and between Belladonna and Lily. I think it's great to see the flashback scenes. They work really well with the storytelling. Sometimes, and I've said this before in many reviews, sometimes when authors do flashbacks, it kind of just like lags or it takes me out of the story because it's just so tedious, and it's not really adding a whole lot. The flashbacks do add a lot of dimension to their characterization and their character dynamics and establishing where they came from to who they are now. That's what I thought was really interesting with the storytelling, and that's why I was really in love with it, because it's engaging. That's the word. It's engaging because you're seeing who these characters were and you're on this journey with them as they are discovering how to make their own families and how to love themselves and how to be at peace with one another again, because they were all like, oh yeah, we're best friends back when they were kids, and then Raven got sent to boarding school and they all just kind of littered out and they're like, okay, yeah, we're not really friends anymore. Raven was just the glue holding us together, right? And Raven is the glue that kind of brings them back together. But that's what I think is good storytelling. When you're able to integrate flashback scenes without ruining the pacing of the story, and you're doing it in such a fluid movement that it just doesn't give the reader a pause. They just want to keep reading and reading and reading. And I like that. It makes it more engaging for the reader. It definitely grounds the reader more in the story. It did for me, definitely. Because I got this book and I'm like, okay, let's see what this is about. It was another unsolicited book from the publisher. I love it. It's like they know me. They're like, Cynthia's gonna like this. Let's send this over to Cynthia. And I did. I was just like a little, like, okay, let's read it. And I read it. And I liked it. Did it wow me? No, it did not wow me. Lies Like Poison definitely did not wow me. But it was still compelling. I definitely did see this as a really good story. And again, the flashback scenes, they really do add a lot to the overall plot and the storytelling, because it's everyone's truth. They all see some things differently than others, and that's what's really good about the storytelling. Their truths all differ, but they're all the same. They're all noticing that Lily's mother is unhinged. Like, there's something wrong with her. They're all discovering something new with this storytelling. They're all discovering some secret that they weren't aware of. And I like that. I really did like that. So, again, this was Lies Like Poison. I'm going to go ahead and give this book 4 out of 5 stars. It didn't completely wow me. But I also didn't want to stop reading it. I wanted to know the mystery. I wanted to see, okay, who killed her? Who killed this woman? Like, this woman did need to die. She has issues. She should not be a therapist, first of all. But I needed to know, like, who killed her? And you really don't know. I like how it's unpredictable. I like unpredictability in my reading. It's key. It's key for me to enjoy a book. Because if I can see the ending coming a mile away, well then, what's the point? It's like Monk reading a murder mystery. I knew it. Like, it's just like, why bother? So I love unpredictability in a story. This book was unpredictable. I didn't see it happening. I didn't see it coming. I liked how all these little pieces came together slowly as you're reading it to unveil the catalyst, that tipping point for her murder. So, yeah, it was good. So again, 4 out of 5 stars. If you want to go ahead and purchase the book, I will include a link in the description below. If you don't want to use that link, please, all I ask is that you purchase from an online book retailer or your local bookstore. Just avoid Amazon. They get enough business, trust me. I'm part of the problem, just not for books. Never buy my books there. If money's tight, please check out the book from your local library. Libraries are a great resource for the community and definitely there for you, and they definitely deserve all the support they can get. On that note, I hope you all will continue to support me by liking this video, subscribing to my channel, and sharing it with all your book loving friends. You can also become a supporter and buy me a coffee or by purchasing one of my handmade candles. There are links in the description below. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.